All right, today I have Mickey. Mickey is a pretty curious case. I usually do like older cats and stuff. He's 5 years old. He was actually found on the street. He basically acted like he lived on the street. You would have never have known that this was the same cat when he first came in. When he first came in, we had to put him in a feral cage, and I think it was probably about 2 days later, we noticed his cage was empty. He had escaped and found his way up into the ceiling, which is basically the hung ceiling tiles. He found a way in, and I believe he was there for almost 2 days before we finally caught him. And when he did get caught, he bit. His name was Atticus at that point. He was not happy. At first, when he came in, no volunteers were allowed to really interact with him, and then we started to do a slow process of allowing the volunteers to do it. We have a chart. Basically, we could not open the cage, but we could try to give him treats like a churro or something, squeeze it through the cage just to try to get him a little bit more social. And we have a behavior modification sheet that we check off with our experiences, whether or not he took the churro, was he accepting, basically stuff like that. And after a couple of weeks, he started to kind of open up a little bit, less hissy. Like I said, when we first go approach the cage, he'd be in the back of the cage and just hiss at you. And like I said, it took a long time, but I think a lot of the staff members saw something in him, because sometimes we'll get feral cats in or stray cats, almost really difficult to work with. They just pretty much stand their ground. Him, he hadn't been neutered yet either, so a bit of a complication with the hormones running through him. He was a street cat. But like I said, we really worked hard. Like I said, we weren't allowed to like interact with him. We could through the bars, but we could not open up the door. So weeks and weeks, and the executive director, Crystal, did a great job and brought him into her office, and he just basically opened up and would basically not leave her side. And I think anybody that would want to adopt him, he's a very sweet cat. If you work from home, he would probably follow you around. And like I said, I brought him in here about 15 minutes ago, and I've just been reading a little bit about him. Not much information in the paperwork. I just know his story a little bit more, but he's been right here. He just likes to be touched, likes to be around people. I believe he would actually do well with another cat. I think probably a cat-savvy teenager. I think the quick movements of a younger child might be a little overwhelming for him, but I think a cat-savvy teenager, I think he would do great. Not really sure about dogs, but like I said, I think he would really do good with another cat. And yeah, this is Mickey. He's 5 years old, brought in as a stray by a great person who does wonderful work for the community and has brought in quite a few cats for us, either medical needs or getting them spayed and neutered, depending on the situation. And like I said, some of the ones that we've gotten in are basically feral. He was more of a stray / feral instead of just like a pure feral cat. But this woman does wonderful work. She catches them. We take care of giving them the shots, microchips, even feral cats that we let back out. We microchip them, give all the shots, spay and neuter. In case they get caught again, we know everything has been done. So we could just like release them again. It's not ideal, but there are community cats out there, and there's a whole network of people that take care of them and feed them and do the best they can. And like I said, some can be socialized, some cannot, and you just have to go with it. And you re-release them, but they're not going to procreate anymore. I mean, a female cat can be a grandmother in a year, even a great-grandmother, depending on the conditions. It's a big problem around this country, I believe. I know this area, we've got quite a few of them, and like I said, most of the time we will take care of all their medical needs. If they have any outstanding issues, whether or not it be a broken leg or not feeling well, some form of sickness, we'll treat it, do the best we can, and we'll bring it out back to where it was caught, and it can live out its days there, a little bit healthier. But yeah, this is Mickey. Going off on a tangent there. But this is Mickey. Like I said, if somebody works at home, he would probably be the best work partner you ever had. He's been in here for 15, 20 minutes, and he just wants to be by a person. I think he says, okay, my street days are over. I kind of like this indoor lifestyle. I get food given to me. I have a nice place to sleep. I get water. People pet me. Right, Mickey? But yeah, it's amazing to see him in this condition. Yeah, those 2 days when he was up in the ceiling, he was not wanting to come out. We actually set up a feral trap up there, put a motion camera up there, see if we could find him. It's more than just this ceiling too. The ceilings kind of all connect. So we weren't even really sure what part of the building he was in. I think one day somebody came in and we left his cage door open and he actually came down and used the litter box and ate the food and went back up into the ceiling. And then the second day somebody had come in the morning and they saw him out of the corner of his eye. He went back up into the ceiling. And I believe in that afternoon we finally caught him and put him back in the cage. He was not happy about it, but that's when we implemented the behavior modification chart and see if we could bring him around. There was definitely something about him that seemed like it would be worthwhile to put the effort into it. As you can see, it definitely worked. So anyway, if you are interested, we are open Tuesday through Sunday. The only day we're closed is on Monday. We're open from 12 to 4, and we're located at 951 Broadway Street in Lowell. Feel free to come on down, like I said, 12 to 4. You can meet him in this room and see if he's a good fit for you. Or you can give us a call, 978-452-7781, and you can talk to an adoption counselor and they can go through the process with you a little bit more. Or you can go online. I believe there are applications online. You can fill out an application and put it in, come down and meet him. But this is Mickey. Like I said, he's 5 years old, he's neutered. You can tell he hadn't been neutered by the cheeks. He's got the tomboy cheeks. If anybody knows cats, you know this face. Hi, Papa. Oh, stretchy. I probably shouldn't have worn black pants. It just kind of blends in. Here, get on this side. Like I said, he would be a great cat for anybody, really, but, you know, somebody that worked from home would be great. And like I said, if they have older children, it would be great for them. Careful, you're allergic. Gotta be sneezing. Are you sure you're allergic? No, I'm just kidding. Terrible. They make a pill for that, you know.
I know, I was gonna say, well, I mean.
No, I'm just joking. And those eyes look so soulful, like he's seen a few things, you know. Oh, look at him run. And he does look like a Mickey. He's got, you know, a few scars here and there. Yeah, I tried that earlier. I tried the wand. I think he might open up in somebody's house where he feels a little bit more comfortable. He might start being a little more playful. He is only 5 years old, but I think this is all he wants. He just wants to be by somebody and petted.